Good morning and welcome to another episode of Morning Mobility with NATEFIT, where we spend 15 minutes helping you create a movement habit. Today, we're going to focus on the hips. This one's going to be a lot more active class today. We're going to do a lot more exercises that focus on working the hips more. So we're going to start off, get our hips warmed up in our hip car position. We're going to add a little bit of strength in with our hip exercises. So we'll start off hands clasped together. We're going to slowly pull that knee to the chest, opening up into abduction, getting as much range as possible, making sure we're in control, really getting those hips warmed up, press back into extension, drop down to midline, knees together. We'll reverse with extension, squeeze that glute, coming up into abduction, externally rotating, pulling that knee to the shoulder, down to midline, knees together, and again, pull the knee to the chest, opening up, internally rotating, press that knee back into extension, squeeze the glute, down to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together, and one more time here. Flexion, opening up into abduction, internal rotation, pressing the knee back into extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. Flipping over to the other side. Okay. Starting off, pulling that knee to the chest, closing that joint angle, then opening up, pointing the knee to the ceiling, internally rotating that ankle behind the knee, press that knee back into extension, squeeze the glute, down to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, opening up, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together, and starting again, pulling that knee to the chest, opening up into abduction, internally rotating, press that knee back into extension, return to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, knees together. We have one more here, pulling that knee to the chest, opening up into abduction, internally rotating, pressing that knee back, dropping down to midline, knees together, and reverse, extension, abduction, external rotation, flexion, adduction, and knees together. Okay. Next, we're going to stand up here. We're going to go into a side split stance. From here, we're going to have our hands on our shoulders, and we're going to drop down with a relatively flat back. So I'll show you from this angle. We're going to be here. We're going to keep the legs straight, and all we're going to do is push the hips back, dropping the chest down, trying to keep that back flat, try not to round it. So you can go as wide as you want with your feet. We're going to do 6 reps of this. We'll pause at the bottom. So toes are pointed forward. Here we go, pressing the hips back, keeping that lower back in extension, coming down till you feel a good stretch. We're going to pause there, and then we'll come back up nice and slow. Squeeze those glutes at the top, and then back down nice and slow. Going to feel a big stretch in those hamstrings. Coming down, hold, and up. That's 2. Again, we're going to 6. Feet are pointed forwards, legs are straight. Dropping down, hold. That's 3. Coming back up. When you get to the top, really squeeze those glutes. It's going to stretch the adductors of the inner thighs. Here we go, coming back down. This is number 4. Hold and up. Excellent. Back down. Again, if this is really difficult, you can bring your feet closer together. For a lot of you, this is going to be a very stressful position. And up. Good. We have one more. Coming down. Hold. And up. Excellent. Okay, we'll come out of that. We'll give the legs a quick break. Next, we are going to go into our lunges. So this is our extended lunge. For this one, we're going to be in this position. Go as wide as you feel necessary. For some of you, it might be a little bit hard to balance, so you can hold on to something. But we've done this in previous classes. We're going to lunge forward, trying to keep that back leg relatively straight till we feel a stretch in our hip flexors. And then we're going to drop down and lean back. So you can get into this position. So straighten that back leg. Drive that front knee forward till we feel a big stretch in our hip flexors and quad. Then we're going to drop that knee down, trying to lean back and put all of our weight on our back leg. Just go as low as you can, and then we'll come back up. That's 1. We're going to do 5. Lunging forward, straight back leg. Feel the stretch. Slowly drop that knee down as you lean back. That's 2. Starting again. Straight back leg. Drive the front knee forward. Drop that knee down. Lean back. That's 3. Again, for a lot of you, this is going to be a very stressful position. If you need to pause the video, take a break each rep you can. Driving that front knee forward, straight back leg. Dropping the knee down, leaning back. That's 4. We have one more. Again, driving that knee forward. Leaning back, dropping the knee down, and back up. Good. We'll give you a quick break. Shake out those legs. They're working hard in that one. And then we're going to go to the other side. Okay. Again, if you need to pause the video and take a little bit longer of a break, you can. This is quite challenging on the leg. Straight back leg here. Leaning forward. Get good stretching here. Dropping that knee down as we lean back. And up. Again. Dropping down. And up. 3. Sorry, 2. I lost count there. 3. Drive that knee forward. Feel the stretch. Lean back. Drop the knee down. And we'll do one more. Drive that knee forward. Drop the knee down. Lean back. And back up. We're going to give you a short break here. And then our next exercise, we are going to go down into push-up position. Done this one in previous classes. We're going to go to here. You're going to step up with this leg, and then you can either keep your knee on the ground. We'll stretch the hip flexor on the other side, or you can put your knee up in the air and look up. This is primarily going to stretch the hamstring on the leg that comes up and the hip flexor on the leg that stays down. Okay, so push-up position. We'll do 5 on one side, then 5 on the other. Here we go. Step up, foot nice and close to the hand. If you want to, you can straighten the leg and look up. That's 1. Again, foot up, straighten the leg, look up. That's 2. Again, looking up, straighten that back leg, That's 3. Step up, straighten that back leg, look up. That's 4. We have 1 more. And 5. Good. I'm going to stay facing this direction so you can see it from the other side. So, stepping up with our leg nice and close to our feet, straighten the back leg, and look up. That's 1. Again. 3. Again. Foot nice and close to the hand, straighten the back leg, look up. That's 4. And 1 more. And 5. Excellent. Okay. Next, we're going to get into the glutes. Stretching the glutes from our 90-90 position. So 90 degrees in the front leg, 90 degrees in the back leg. We're going to have that chest up nice and tall. Hands are just here for balance. And we're going to drop that chest down over top of the knee to stretch our glute on this side. As we drop that chest down, I want you to actively press your knee and your ankle into the ground. We're trying to produce force. The more force we can produce, the bigger the change we'll get in our tissue. Okay, so here we go. Dropping that chest down, press hard into that ankle and the knee, and then press yourself back up. I want you to keep that spine straight. I want you to try not to round it. Here we go. Dropping the chest forward. Press hard into that ankle and the knee. Put all your weight into it. And then come back up. That's 2. We'll do 5. Coming back down over top of the knee. Press hard into that ankle and the knee. That's 3. And again, coming over top of the knee. Bring that chest right forward. Press down hard. That's 4. And 1 more. Coming forward. Over top. Press down. And 5. Good. We'll flip over to the other side. So 90 degrees in the back leg, 90 degrees in the front leg. Up nice and tall. And here we go. Coming over top of that leg. Press hard into that knee and ankle. And back up. Again, really reaching forward with that chest. Press hard into the knee and the ankle. And up. That's 2. Coming back over top. Pressing down hard. That's 3. 2 more here. 4. Back up. And 1 more time, bringing that chest over top, pressing hard into that knee and the ankle. And up. Excellent. So again, that was a very active class. We're going to start doing more of those where we're going to get our heart rates up a little bit. We're going to put a little bit more force into our tissue. So look forward to those. If you like this class, please give it a thumbs up and save it for later. Again, we do a lot of joint specific exercises, such as our cars in our mobility classes. This one is a little bit more active where we're moving a little bit more, not just focused on a particular joint, but a set of muscle groups around the joint. So save it for later. Repeat the class if you need to, and I will see you tomorrow morning.